Now we're on to our new topic. It's going to be last minute data analysis preparation. So remember, there are four different parts of the math section of the SAT, and we got to get very familiar with those four parts in order to boost up that score. All right, so let's get busy. Next, what's the big picture? Don't be scared. Number one, don't be afraid of this. Remember, what we're doing is we're going after money for scholarships. I don't even care about college admission scores. I care about scholarship money scores. And you guys got skills to pay the bills. You just have to believe in yourselves that you do have that. Now, the breakdown of the math section of the SAT. One part, a big part of it, is going to be the algebra, which we've covered in a previous video, the last minute to getting ready for the algebra section of the exam. The next part, that's a big piece of the pie, it's going to be advanced math, which we've covered in previous videos of the last minute getting ready for the advanced math section. And now we're on to data analysis. We have 8 different topics that are covered. Now, you're not going to see this matched up in collegeboard.com or the Blue Book or Khan Academy. I kind of made it differently. I like it to make better sense, like every day, stuff like the words that we like to use every day. But yeah, I got to get a little technical. Exponential functions, you guys have an idea of what that is. Is functions deal with exponents, ratios, proportions, conversions, data sets. Data sets are just groups of numbers that they like to give us. What else? Percents, probabilities, scatter plots, tables and graphs, margin error. Now, those words you might be a little unfamiliar with, but when we go through this stuff, you're going to get very familiar. You've seen this stuff before, nothing's new. Now, to quickly explain, this whole day 22, 23, that's where my in-person class, where I have private classes that cost a lot, but you guys are getting this for free. So I want to get this out there to you guys. I have friends who have told me, hey, you got to release this to the general public, let them have fun with it and see how far they can go with it. Now, this last minute to get ready for the exams, let's say an upcoming SAT, that means it's tomorrow, day after tomorrow, or it could be in 5 days. I'd say within a 7-day window. Anytime within a 7-day window, you want to get familiar with some of the stuff that's being shown in the test. Set up your expectations and don't expect to hit a home run. Get that big gorilla off your shoulder and don't put that kind of pressure on yourselves before a test that's around the corner where you look in the past, you're like, oh man, I should have done this. I should have done more work. All right, you didn't get more work done. Then what can you do before the test? So let's say you had to make that phone call. Mr. Alberto, what do I do before the test? Then I'll tell you to do exactly what I'm showing you. After data analysis, we do have geometry, which we cover in another module. But right now, the math section, again, I brought this up before. It's broken up into 2 parts, a total of 44 questions. You got 70 minutes, 2 35-minute sections. But 4 of the questions out of 44 are going to be fake questions, which means that they're not scored. 75% multiple choice, blah, 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 blah. Again, the big picture, algebra and advanced math, those are the 2 biggest areas of the test. The 2 smallest areas of the test are going to be data analysis and geometry. Yes, this video is the big picture about data analysis because I don't want you guys getting shook by this. All right, this is all about reading, all about reading. Your steps to owning the math section is getting very familiar with your easy and medium level questions because we have to own those questions in 20 to 30 seconds each. If we own those questions in 20, 30 seconds each, then we'll have more time for the harder questions, which would be the last third of each math part of the SAT. Quick review with math notes. Now they do give you these instructions during a test, right? So you can pause the video, take a quick read of these. You don't have to memorize anything, and then take a look at this for geometry. This information is not going to be relevant to data analysis, so make a note of that. Oh, this is you before test prep, and this is where we're trying to get. Now, can we get swole like Justin Bieber 2-3 days before the test? No. Or let's take Drake back in the day when he was in that baby, baby, baby video with Justin Bieber. A lot of people forget before he became Drizzy, right? So if you want to get to one to the other, you got to do your business. They did their business and now they're multimillionaires and they just sing and make millions of dollars. Sing, rap, whatever it's called. All right, if you like what you've seen so far, please like the video. You can comment on it. You can share the information, but also I've been reminded I have to mention to subscribe. Subscribe so if there's any upcoming videos that pop up, bing, you will get information related to that. Now, whatever I talk about in this particular video related to data analysis, and you want more of that information, or you want the handouts that are being shown, just text me DA or D/A and I'll get it over to you. And you got my number right there. Full on. Now, the way that we're going to be going through these pages, there's going to be 5 pages of data analysis, and they're broken down in topics. Remember that the previous page I showed you the list of topics in data analysis? Whoop, here it is. exponential functions, ratios, proportion, conversions, data sets, percents, probability, scatter plots, tables, and graphs. Student asked me, what can I do in the last minute to get all 8 of those subjects down and maybe like, a couple of hours at a time spread out over the next 2 days? If you have 1 day left before the test and you're looking at least one question per topic, right? At least one per topic the night before the test. If you got 2 days, then you can take a look at each of the pages and see what you got going. Here, the very first area, check it out. That list, notice it says exponential functions. That was first on the list. And I gave you a good number of exponential functions questions because they love that area of math. Page 2, oh, there's a blank page. I have to do some explaining for the page 1 video. Page 2, what's going on there? Take a look. We have RPC. That's ratios, proportions, and conversions. They love asking questions related to that. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that I laid out here. If you get familiar with those, anything they throw at you, you will own. The other one, data sets. Remember, list of numbers. What's the other area? That would be page 3 of 5. And what do they tell? Oh, it's more data sets. So what's the next one? Data sets, data sets. Oh, remember mean, mode, median. Oh gosh, mean, mode, median. What's the other one? Oh, range. That stuff will come up in the test. Stuff that you've forgotten. Sometimes I forget the words, but you see them here. You see how you got your median there. And this one is bringing up, oh, what's the mean of the data set? And also standard deviations. Oh my God, these words are slipping my mind. And I'm not re-recording this video. Heck no, I got no time. Here, page 4 or 5, what's being tested? Percents is big in the test. Percents and probability. Scatter plots. Scatter plots just a bunch of dots on a page and you're trying to figure out if it's negative, positive, and all that good stuff, depending on the question they give you. Page 5 of 5, more scatter plots. Fewer questions, right? You got tables and graphs, which are very easy to deal with, so I left those for last. Then you got this thing called margin of error. So out of all the practice sets, this is what I put together for data analysis. Now, this is up to some debate. There's some people who are like, no, you're giving the wrong labels for the questions. You know what? I don't care. If they don't like the way I do it, they can come up with their own channel and explain it their own way. But right now, this is how I'm doing it. So if you have any questions, you can text me at 786-877-7231. Please like, comment, and share the video. But most importantly, please subscribe. Now, if you need copies of the documents that were on this page or the subsequent pages, just text me the letters DA or D/A. I'll know that's data analysis, and whoop, I'll get those to you. I'll catch you in the next video for page 1 of 5. Later.